Hello, welcome to the Below the Line podcast. I'm Victor Barahat and from Connect Marketing Services, and with me today is Mr. Tade Adekunle. Welcome, Mr. Tade.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much. An honor to have you here. Please, just very briefly, can you just tell us about yourself and a bit of your background?
Well, my name is Tade Adekunle. I'm the current president of EXMAN. Well, I can say, the election took place yesterday and I'm handing over today. So I'm the outgoing president of EXMAN. But I run an organization called Keskese Limited. We're into experiential marketing. That is connecting brands with consumers. And that's what I do for a living.
Okay, that's nice. Will you give us a bit of your background in your career? How long you've been doing this?
Okay, I've been in experiential marketing now since 1999. I should be 22 years. Yes, that's 22 years. But before then, I used to work with SYU, an advertising agency. And then I crossed over to banking industry. I was head of corporate affairs, Fidelity Bank, for about 4 years. Then moved to private banking. They believe that maybe I have connection. And well, from there, I joined the Keskese Group. Keskese Group in 1999. And I became the pioneer general manager of Tade Limited, which is a company also into experiential marketing also in 1999. In 2010, with some colleagues of mine, we set up our own shop. The name is Keskese Limited. So we are still into experiential marketing. That's the journey so far.
Okay. Has that always been your passion since you're young? Does it have anything to do with what you studied?
Well, I read theaters from the prestigious University of Ibadan. And connecting stories, directing, and acting has always been my passion. And I guess in experiential marketing, you can apply it as well, so to say. Because you bring all those things to bear, creating new concepts, interpreting brief, and doing it in such a storytelling format that can easily connect those brands we are talking about with brands. So I would say, yes, my background, my educational background had an effect. I have passion for acting anyway. That's more or less had an effect on what I do right now, which I'm also very, very passionate about, experiential marketing.
Okay, I find that very interesting because, storytelling is very big in advertising and experience, but also in terms of content creation, which is really big in digital as well now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that helps as well.
That does, because, when you talk about digital cannot just fly in the sky. It's content.
Yes,
content drives digital. So sometimes when people say, well, digital, I say, without content, in my own opinion, what are you passing? So content, digital cannot exist on its own without content. And in content, we talk about the message, the story. What are you talking about? What are you putting out there? What are you communicating? It can be in any of these storytelling, in any of, be it in core advertising, be it experiential, be it even in outdoor experience, out of homes now, well, that's what they call it now. And all those areas, it's just about telling the story of the consumer or of the brand, or how a brand can impact the consumer lifestyle and all those things. So it's all about creativity, all about story and all those things. You can weave it and interpret it in whatever format you so choose. And it can, the two of us can say the same story.
Yeah.
In all 1 million ways.
Exactly.
And we'll still be communicating. It can be fresh, nothing old. All those things, all those innovation we talked about is, even if it's A that is written like this before, is there. But you can innovate and modify that A to another format. It becomes something new and fresh.
Exactly. So now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell a story, and it's going to be a brief story of EXMAN, since you are the outgoing president. So, How did EXMAN come about? Tell us a story, and then some of the key things that have happened in EXMAN so far, the journey so far.
Okay. When experiential marketing came into this country, Nigeria, let's say in the early 90s, we know some of the pioneers. And to the glory of God, we are going to honor one of the pioneers, Mr. Fumi Onobolu, with Lifetime Achievement Award at the EXMAN Award that is taking place at the end of this summit and annual general meeting. And since that time, early 90s, in 2012, a group of people came together and said, we need to have our own body to be able to speak for us, to be able to let us bring our own voice, add our own voice out there. And from 4 people to 7 people to 8 people, and finally to about 22 or so, agencies came together and formed the association called EXMAN towards the end of 2012, early 2013. And the association was registered. And we had our first AGM in July 2013. And thereafter, year in, year out, people have been joining us, and we are a strong sectorial body in APCON right now with 46 members. 3 were inducted at the AGM yesterday, and we're now 46 members. Strong agencies, big agencies, contributing their own quota to marketing communications in Nigeria and working mostly with all the notable clients you can mention. So if you are not EXMAN member, more people, as new agencies spring up, they would like to join. But like we have said in several fora, that it's better for clients to work with EXMAN members because it will guarantee you one thing. It will guarantee you standard. Because our code of conduct stipulates the standard we must follow. There are rules and regulations guiding our practice and what we do, what we churn out, the brief, our response to brief, how we execute, and all those things are incorporated into our code of conduct. So, working with any agency that's an EXMAN member guarantee you standard, guarantee you quality, guarantee you promptness, guarantee you response time and turnover time, and above all, because the bottom line of creating experience or activation is return on investment. Let the brand connect with the consumers and let the consumer be able to make a firm decision. Yes, that this product, this brand, I can buy it because this is what they have said, and I've experienced it, I've tasted it, I've had interaction with the brand. And the bottom line is return on investment. And EXMAN agencies will be able to give any multinational or any company we are working that, compared to any of the other quacks agency or those portfolio agencies out there.
Oh, that's really interesting and nice to know. What I'm going to ask you now is about your tenure as the president of EXMAN. How will you describe your tenure? What are some of the things that you think you did that you can beat your chest and say, I'm proud that we did this? You know?
Well, our tenure, part of it, COVID ate part of it.
Okay.
Ate a chunk of it. But to the glory of God, we set out some plans, some achievable plans that we wanted to achieve. We could not do some, but we can't blame COVID and say because of COVID, life goes on. And that's we're able to cement our relationship, formalize, so to say, with APCON. After so many years, we achieved that. We were able to birth the Brand Experience Summit, first of its kind in Africa, where they do this kind of summit in US. They do it annually or every other 2 years. There's one in Europe as well, but none has been done in Africa, on the continent of Africa before. And EXMAN, like I said, COVID ate a chunk of our plan, or so to say, because we came into power 2019, and by 2020, when we were supposed to start rolling, the whole nation went on lockdown, and so COVID came. However, we were still able to marshal and achieve some laudable projects or laudable achievements, so to say. We cemented our relationship with APCON, EXMAN, as a sectorial body, which is now meeting. We have the backing of the law with us. Corporate license for EXMAN agencies to practice. Beyond that, I'll talk of the Brand Experience Summit, which is a great opportunity for brand experts to speak on brands, how they have moved some brands, how they have turned some local brands to international brands, or how to share experience with some international brands that have become local brands that have become global brands, and also be able to talk to agency, and agency be able to talk to clients. There's symbiotic relationship in that discussion. And that summit we have is still ongoing right now. And that's the first of its kind on the continent of Africa. You have one they've been doing for a long time in America and Europe, but it has never been done in Africa. And Nigeria and Lagos City has the opportunity that EXMAN is organizing one. And it's been a huge success. We have 44 speakers, 4 plenary sessions, and 40 breakout sessions with different speakers from brand experts, marketing gurus, sales gurus, innovators, digital gurus. Mentioned it. From where I would say from some from Europe, Africa, Dubai. The lady Stella that spoke yesterday, the director of tourism in Dubai, and all those, sharing their knowledge of these areas where we are talking about. So that has been a huge one on our part. Fantastic. And also we have also been able to unite most of our members for them to contribute positively to the growth of the association. From the members we met, even some that were dwindling, from the training and some of the activities we created, we brought many people back to the organization to see that there is need for them to belong to this association and contribute their own quota. Okay.
So as a way of rounding up, what are the things that you would like to see going forward?
Okay. As a new EXCO will be coming up, going forward, I would just like for us to become stronger, for us to respect some of the rules guiding our association, some of the things that we have agreed on at our town house meeting, that's pitch fee, some other things, respect for each other, that's we might be in the same association, we will compete, but it must be on healthy ground, that without backbiting and all those things. I want to see, we met a very strong association, we are leaving it stronger, and I believe the incoming EXCO will take it to the next height. That's what I would like to see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tade. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a nice and insightful chat with Mr. Tade. See you on the next episode of the Below the Line podcast.